Where does native stand? Is it overhyped? Is it really sort of functioning? Is it, give us your thoughts.
I mean, I don't think it's overhyped. I think what we're generally seeing is native is growing up. Advertisers want to connect with audiences in new ways, and clearly content has been a big move, and this has been a buzzword of sorts. But I think what we're seeing here is native figuring out a way to scale, because the big knock on native has always been great, but it won't scale. It's mostly custom, and custom things by definition don't scale, and advertising is a scale business. So I think with the announcements that we're seeing from Yahoo with Tumblr and being able to distribute Tumblr native advertising like in many different ways, and LinkedIn is getting into native, is that what we're seeing is figuring out a way to marry the advertising systems that are able to distribute things efficiently with the more custom placements that are native. Yeah, I mean, I think what you see is there's this dichotomy in a way, is that the whole idea of native is making it appear seamlessly in an environment. Yet advertising in an editorial environment has always been clearly marked off as advertising. And so it's trying to figure out a way to integrate the advertising within the environment in a way that makes sense for that environment, but at the same time not confuse users. Anything new, originally, there aren't as many standards, there aren't as many best practices, and I think that in some cases, native advertising has crossed that line of being confusing and being so integrated into the user experience that it's hard to figure out what's advertising and what's not advertising. And at the end of the day, it doesn't pay for the advertiser or for the publisher or platform to fool people. People don't like to be fooled. And for it to really mature, it needs to figure out that way to be, yes, integrated within the environment, but at the same time, clearly marked as something that is not editorial content. We continue to grow, and we're very excited to expand into Europe. We just hired a UK editor, which is great. And so we just did our first event in Europe in Barcelona, and we're going to do another one in Nice about publishing. So, it's an exciting time. I think what we're seeing with you guys and with all sorts of other people is that there are these opportunities for new kinds of media companies to spring up. And for me, what I love about what you guys do, and I think with what we do too, is I call it focused media. And at the end of the day, I think the future of media is having a focus. So your focus can be on video, your focus can be on a local level, or your focus can be on an industry level. But that kind of media is incredibly valuable, and it'll continue to be incredibly valuable, even if the ways that you make money, whether it's through events or whether it's through content marketing. We just started an event studio, so we're actually going to use our infrastructure of being able to create some of the industry's best events and allow sponsors to use that infrastructure to create their own events, because they're creating their own. I mean, Mindshare is creating their own event. We think that we can share our expertise in ways that will add value to different companies.